at the end of the day, like if we can laugh at ourselves, then people can't laugh at us and mock us.
Right.
I'm already laughing at myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, what are you going to say that hurts me? When you give that, like those weaknesses to other people, it's because you don't love yourself enough to put yourself first. Put yourself first.
Yeah.
Be that bitch.
I'm going to be that bitch.
Be that bitch. Put yourself first.
Welcome to I Love You So Much. My name is Reed Fish, and I'm here with my good friend Tyler Labine.
Bing.
Tyler. We also, oh boy, Samantha Mack is here.
Yes, Samantha Mack is here.
Oh yeah.
Who I met when I was 19, I believe. Maybe 20.
You're older than me, and I had to be at least 19.
Right, because we were in a,
We were in a strip club.
Yeah. So maybe I was like 22.
You were 21.
21. Yeah. That's nuts, man. I met you that long ago, and we've like stayed in contact throughout the years. Like,
Yeah.
It's cool. And now you're here. I haven't seen you since 2006 at Mugs and Jugs, which I
Frequented.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Frequented Mugs and Jugs.
Mugs and Jugs. That
Yeah, man.
that sounds like a strip club.
It's exactly what you
Yes,
think it is.
okay.
Mugs and Jugs.
The most adorable strip club.
It was actually pretty awesome. I think I actually ended up there at my bachelor party.
We were in the smoking room
Oh my
at the strip
God.
club. That's how old we are.
Yeah. Remember when they like had areas inside the, like at first it was like you could smoke everywhere. Then it was like, no, you can smoke in these little
We
tiny
were in, like,
horrible
the smoking
rooms.
solarium.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is like disgusting.
Well, that already sounds like a confession.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
Smoking.
It was so innocent. You were a judge for the amateur contest.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God.
And you were smoking a cigar,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh my God, it's Jimmy! Oh my God, it's Jimmy!"
Is that when I met you? I thought I met you earlier than that.
It might have been earlier, but I didn't realize like
Yeah. Well, then
you weren't like stars in my eyes, Jimmy, until I was like, "Oh shit, he's our celebrity guest
Jimmy?
host."
Jimmy, for those who
Who's
don't know.
Jimmy?
Yeah. Well, Americans aren't as familiar with Breaker High.
I didn't know it was a
Oh,
Canadian
that's the Breaker
show.
High.
It was a show with me
Breaker
and
High,
Gosling and like Scott Vicarious.
Okay,
and,
yeah. I haven't watched it. I'm aware of it now.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's not something you want to visit.
No, I'm not gonna watch it. I
watched the first episode again this morning.
Of Breaker High?
Yeah, because I was like, I need a little refresher.
God.
And I was just like, I'm watching it, and I was like, this guy became Barbie? Wow.
Oh, Gosling. Yeah, he became Ken. Yeah. I know, right? There's been a few moments like that with him where I'm like, oh, you're like the new Blade Runner. All right, anyway, enough about Gosling and Breaker High.
I'm not gonna
Reed
talk
and
about
I,
Gosling.
we have a
Confessions.
habit
Yeah.
of making confessions at the beginning of our episodes.
Yeah.
You have to join us, okay? So we're going to each confess about something, and then you have a follow-up.
I have been gossipy.
Oh.
I'm like a gossipy little bitch, I think. And
shit.
yeah, I know. I actually kind of like that about myself, but it also can get me in trouble.
You like
I mean,
the
I think
bitch.
I actually think gossip, especially like in a small town, can actually serve a purpose as long as it's not like mean spirited. It's a kind of a way of spreading out information that it can be relevant to the community.
I get that.
Yeah. But however, it can cross very easily and often does, maybe most often does, can cross the line into just being gossip.
Yeah.
And I think I've, probably take that a little too far sometimes. And, and I haven't been gossiping about you.
Thank you.
Because I don't have to, because it's all out there.
Everybody knows my shit, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's something I noticed about myself that I was like, I think I could change this. I think I could be a little less, like, I still want to be the gregarious guy who like kind of knows people and knows what's going on around town.
Yeah,
and, and I always like it when I, at the salon every month when I get to catch up with everybody and hear all the latest. So I think I just want to, like, as I'm doing it, maybe check myself and just being like, oh, is this okay to talk about? Or is this just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Gossip.
Well, that's like, we've had to practice that on this show to a degree, like not speaking out of class, right? Like,
I censor myself on the show.
Yeah.
A little, I mean, I'm open about everything, but when it's about somebody else, like I try to be very careful about what I say.
Let me ask you this. This is like more to the point, I think. Does this gossiping happen after cocktails at the Chiefs Peak? Does a lot of your gossipy bitchiness come out after you've been socializing?
It's anytime.
It's anytime.
Yeah,
okay.
no,
right.
it's anytime.
So it's not vino veritas.
I think I
You're
just
not
can
like-
end up oversharing, and sometimes it's about me, and sometimes it's about other people. I think that's a much more kind way to say it. Is like I'm an oversharer.
So relatable. I actually got to the place with the kind of, it wasn't gossiping, but I like definitely speaking when I shouldn't be speaking on someone else's behalf.
And to be fair, I'm sure if I've had a few drinks, it's probably worse.
And in AA, one of the things is like, if you get to the end of the day and you ask yourself, did you lie? Did you gossip? Like, these are the big things. Did you talk about somebody? Do you owe anybody an apology? So I had to like go through those steps at the end of every day, which I still do. So I really have made a habit of I don't talk shit about anybody. Yeah, because at the end of the day, I have to be accountable, man.
There you
Yeah.
go. All right.
Well, what are you doing about this?
Well, yeah, just
issue?
like I'm just trying to recognize when I'm doing it in the moment.
Okay.
Because I think that's the first step. Because
Yeah.
I think when you get to the end of the day, it's already done.
Yeah.
Like I want to try to nip it in the
You
bud.
want to nip it in the bud
Yeah.
while it's happening.
So I'm just trying to
before it
recognize that.
happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
Thank
ask
you.
myself, is this gossip or is this information?
Yeah.
And I think there's a difference.
I think there's a big gray area there, though.
There
I
is.
was gonna say there's a gossip or information. I mean, it depending
Well,
on.
you could say, oh, I heard, oh, did you hear that so and so split up?
right. That's
Is
gossip.
information. Did you hear they split up?
Because
that's gossip.
Yeah, all right. I guess I still feel like talking about because I have been definitely on the other end of people talking about my split.
Yeah.
Where it's like the whole town of Ojai, our little town, all knew all my shit, which I've come on here and talked about anyway. Now it feels like I've kind of, relieved myself, absolved myself. I relieved myself for 3 minutes earlier. All right, I will confess. I will confess. We'll cover it.
Just looking at the girls in the room.
We cover everything here. Yeah, they pee. They all pee.
Not for 3 minutes.
Right?
They
You guys
don't.
pee. My confession, I've been struggling with this one today because I we came out of the holidays and there's a lot of, it's mostly other people that rub me the wrong way in the holidays. Like it's not, I feel like I'm doing okay, but it's a lot of kind of holding boundaries I find around the holidays. And I have found myself, really going inward a lot and finding all the little tiny negative things in people. And I don't know why. I've sort of stopped seeing the good in a lot of people. Even my partner, to a degree, I've been kind of nitpicking about things. This may fall in line with some of the dry drunk behavior I was talking about, but I have been kind of reveling in negativity lately. Ooh. Just a little bit, little bit here and there. It feels like taking a little nibble of some little treat. I'm just a little bit of that. And I don't like it. At the end of the day, it's the same thing. I feel like I'm kind of that's not healthy. That's that's a choice, A, to focus on the negative, and B, it's what does that get you? What do you get by focusing on the negative except for holding and housing more negativity? And this all kind of culminated yesterday. My partner said, hey, can we maybe consider moving the artwork that we have over the bed, which is this wild stuff. It's street art painted by Reggie Warlock, who I love. Admittedly, it's not very serene. It's like graffiti. And I immediately went to but we're going to have to agree on something. I don't think your version of serene and my version of serene are going to match up. And I went and she was just like, hey, is there maybe a more positive way to phrase that? And I was like, am I being negative? She was like, yeah, you're being negative. I was like, right. I was like, can we choose something together? That would really mean a lot to me. And she was like, yes, that's a nicer way to think. And it's so I've been thinking a lot about making the switch from that negative knee-jerk reaction or my reactivity and kind of being a little more, thoughtful.
Yeah.
And
so how are you doing that?
Well, again, it all comes back to program work for me. There's a saying in the program that for each year of sobriety, you get 1 second of pause, which doesn't sound like much.
You're up to 8 seconds.
So you get
now.
8 seconds to just don't do anything. Just take those 8 seconds, which a lot can be accomplished in 8 seconds. I can really switch gears. I can pivot. 8 seconds is a lot. So I'm going to start taking those 8 seconds. I earned those fucking 8 seconds, man. That was a hard earned 8 seconds. So I'm going to take them. Even if I have to count, if I have to, in my head.
Yeah, 8 seconds is the length of a successful bull ride.
Well, there you go. That makes world champion. Those are world champions.
If you ride a bull for 8 seconds, you're a world, you're
in
you
the
have
run.
a path to be world champion.
So that's what I'm doing about it. And I think just, like I said, it is a choice. I end up sort of, if you wake up and you focus on the negative, it's like that expression. If you run into one person and they're an asshole, they're an asshole. Yeah. If everybody you run into is an asshole, you're the asshole. I don't want to be an asshole. Yeah. Okay.
Do you know how much I love that?
Tell me.
No. Do you know how? Okay, because a lot of dudes would feel like they, as their manliness, get to be a dick and just be like, I don't like your style of art.
Yeah.
But you didn't really get defensive and you just found a solution. That is so healthy.
Well, thank you. I feel like I could get there without that extra step. That's the goal.
Wait, could we tell more dudes this story?
Well, that's what we're doing here. ILSM.
Podcast.
Do you know how grown up that is?
I mean, it's funny. I don't think I remember often. It doesn't really occur to me that a lot of relationships are really toxic, and they're learning how to communicate is kind of everything. So even when I have these little snags, for me, because of the work I've done, they feel huge, but I think they're like, it's still a pretty healthy relationship, you know?
Pretty phenomenal.
All right, Sam, come on. Give us a little confession.
I was accused a couple of years ago
Oh.
of, it's not that.
Okay, all right.
I was accused of sending flowers to a girl.
Okay.
And I didn't. And she freaked out, and I was the one to blame. And then when they discovered that it couldn't have been me, they thought that it was their neighbor who I sent to go send flowers to this girl.
Right.
I don't know who sent her flowers, but how dare she get flowers? It was obviously my fault. I'm the big bad guy in the story.
Wait, getting flowers is a bad thing?
Well, because I'm Samantha Mack. How dare I have anything to do with her and her real life because she's afraid I'm going to steal her man. Spoiler alert, didn't steal her man.
Okay. She's afraid you were going to steal
She's
her man.
afraid I was. So
Right.
a flower showed up at her house. She assumed it was me trying to be evil.
Right.
Okay.
And so I was like, why would I? And then my girlfriend who has her on Instagram sent me a picture of them. And I was like, wow, that's really nice. And so then I went down this rabbit hole of like flowers and flower shops and it was a bouquet of sunflowers. And so I started reading about sunflowers. And did you know they put sunflowers in Chernobyl to take the toxins out of the earth?
I did not know that.
So sunflowers thrive in toxic situations.
Nice.
So now whenever I think someone's a bitch, I send them sunflowers.
Okay. Is that your
That's
confession?
my confession. I'm really petty that way. Like if
Oh.
I have to like get along with you, but I really think really low of you,
Yeah.
I'll give you sunflowers.
But that's
so
actually
anyone
kind of
listening
genius.
who got sunflowers from Samantha.
You just gave up your shit, though.
I know. Well, I hope other women start to use this. Like as a code.
I think that's really
Like daisies for you,
Yeah.
roses for you, sunflowers for you.
sunflowers for you. Yeah. I think that's actually kind of brilliant because like it's not combative at all. That's
It's
like
not combative. You can't get mad at me for doing it.
right.
But
Well, they
sunflowers
can now.
thrive in toxic situations, and you toxic.
But even if I knew that you were giving me sunflowers because you felt like I was toxic, I think I'd still be kind of tickled by it. She still gave me flowers, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you're
I
sending
think
me
I think the confession part is
dead
like I
rat
get
in the
off
mail.
on it. Like I
Right,
get off on the
right.
fact that you don't know that I'm being petty.
Oh, you like the little
You don't know that I'm calling you a toxic bitch,
Okay.
but
Right.
you're like, oh my gosh, this is so nice of you. I'm like,
All right. So you do
So
want it to
it's a
be
little bit
combative.
of evil behind it. There's a little bit of evil behind it.
Well, what do you and
So
I
now I can't send flowers to anybody.
I feel like the follow-up question, what are you going to do to change that, is not relative because I feel like you
sounds like
you,
you're
you are
outing
very
myself.
proud of it. You want to do it. Yeah.
I'm leaning into
I just
it.
outed myself, so I have to like lean back on the sunflowers for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
But yeah, this all came from like just another woman's insecurities freaking out, and I was like, wow, I kind of wish I did do that.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna.
No, I'm
So
gonna.
okay,
So-
but do you get that a lot where women are thinking you're going to steal their men?
On a daily basis.
Why do you think that is?
Because of the collection of men in my basement right now.
Right,
They're so afraid that number 732 is going to be theirs. No, well, I think there's a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
We can run through them real fast. I'm really funny and I'm fairly successful at what I choose to do. Great personality. I smell pretty good. I
Yeah.
have some money in my bank account. Not a lot, but enough.
Yeah.
Probably more than the girl. I can still knit, even though knitting's not cool anymore.
These all sound like reasons why that guy should steal you, right? Like, yeah, you don't need to do the stealing.
I was a stripper, met you in a strip club, did a whole ton of porn,
Yeah.
been in some music videos.
Yeah. Yes, we want to talk about Houdini. And
Hanging out
Eminem
with
Lavelle.
some really cool people.
Yeah.
Rubbing elbows with some more rappers, doing charity work.
Yeah, you do a lot of charity work, right?
That's all I do.
All right, so Sam, obviously we met through the adult industry. That's sort of through stripping, and you said you did a ton of porn. Do you not do porn? I know.
I'm wholly retired.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Because I know you had a period where you went away for a while and then you came back, right?
I did.
Yeah,
I've
and-
gone away and come back a few times.
You have, okay. Yeah.
That's the joy of porn. Is back
Right.
in the day, you made so much money that you
Right.
could just stop your life for a year,
Right.
And be like, I want to be somebody else.
Yeah.
And then money runs out, so you
Right, you go
jump
back and do some. Yeah.
Porn's a really cool job, and I probably shouldn't be saying that, but
No,
like
that's what
it's
I wanted you
nice.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you're a bit of an advocate for sex workers in general. You're like, hey,
I'm
man.
kind of like I'm balancing on the fence in like a weird way because like I am retired, happily retired. I don't want to go back.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's a part of me that's like, oh, but I can see how it would be beneficial. Like I ran
Yeah.
Porno Boot Camp. I had this program that I ran, and we had a quick little TV show with Vice about it, and
yeah.
it blew up more than I ever thought it would, and I was not prepared to blow
Porn
up.
boot camp?
Porno Boot Camp.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay, check it out.
It's on YouTube.
You know people are going to go check that out
yeah.
right now.
I might
They're
check it
pausing
out.
this and going
Yeah.
to check out
So,
Porno
but the
Boot
idea
Camp.
behind Porno Boot Camp was that I had entered the industry in Canada where there
Yeah.
was no industry.
Yeah.
Toronto was doing some stuff, Montreal was doing some stuff, but that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And Vancouver had a history of doing very, very toxic porn, very,
Yeah.
very bad stuff. We know a bunch of women's bodies ended up in a pig farm.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't say one's related to the other, but There was big court cases where like women were very much mistreated and porn was stopped altogether. Yeah. And so when my little bobblehead showed up and I was like, oh, I had girlfriends who were dominatrixes in Vancouver, and they kind of took me under their wing and they're like, yo, why don't you work out and sell your sweaty socks? And I was like, okay, my first video sold my sneakers for $300.
Damn.
And then my next video, I'm flexing, and they're like, "Oh, she's an Amazon, she's amazing," and that was it. I did a year of just like fetishes like that without ever doing porn, but it was considered pornography.
Right.
And then after a year of doing that, the internet began to blow up, and that's when we started getting like the Canadian version of TMZ, and all of a sudden, like, I was a 45-year-old whore. Am I allowed to say bad words on here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was a 45-year-old whore, and I had 3 kids, and they were embarrassed for me to like drop them off at school. I had no children. I was 21. I had nothing, but I was getting called a slut and a whore and a prostitute every single day. And I was like, man, if you're gonna call me all these words, then I want the real porn money.
Right.
I don't want the fetish porn money. I want the real money. And I was like, I'm just gonna do it. Like, you guys already think I'm a horrible person anyways. Might as well make horrible person money. Right. And so I did my first year of videos were all fake, all acting. There was no penetration.
Oh, wow.
There was boobs.
Yeah.
First time I showed boobs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think my first video, like, I'm on an office desk in a little office outfit. I'm the boss, of course. And it's all camera angles.
Wow.
We had a really fabulous gay guy. My best friend Josh was filming us. And
Yeah.
He was all about the dude's abs the whole time, and I was just grateful because I'm like, okay, thank God I can keep my clothes on.
Right.
But those did really, really well, and then that got stolen and put on free sharing sites, and then my income went up and spiked straight down the next day.
Right.
And then I was like, oh gosh, what do I have to do now? I can't go back. Because even though I didn't have sex, people think I did.
Yeah.
I can't go backwards now. What am I going to do? So the girls and I got together. We're like, okay, on my website, I do this, this, and this. This guy buys socks. This guy does this. I can get you a custom with him. He'll pay this much to see you, burp into a camera, and literally burping.
Yeah,
it's a big one. Sneezing's even bigger.
What?
And then it's because you're out of control when you sneeze.
Right.
It's not fake.
Right. It's
there's a theory behind it. But so we started getting together once a month and teaching each other like how to be successful online. And this is before Reddit and Twitter and even MySpace. Like, this is back in the day. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so we taught each other just through trial and error how we were each being successful, shared the information, got more successful together, more successful together. And it got to the point where like both of my other girlfriends are millionaires now. Everyone's happily retired. I am not a millionaire because I wanted fame. So I came to Hollywood and I was like, I need to be the biggest girl on Pornhub. Bad idea. Because they don't pay.
Right.
There's no money in Pornhub. So I got my name out there. I got millions of views, but I didn't get $8 from it.
Shit.
And so by working with these big companies, like working with Brazzers and working with like MILF VR and like all of these bigger companies, I literally got a teeny tiny little paycheck for doing the job. And then they make so much money year after year after year. When that company closes, they can sell all their content to another company, and then they can release it as brand new.
Yeah.
And they get all that money all over again. So even though I've erased like 1,600 videos from the internet, luckily before I worked for the big companies, I owned all my own content. So when I take it down, I own the copyright to it. I can take it down. I can sue people for reposting it. But when I worked for Brazzers, I can't do that. When I work for Kink, I can't do that.
And you can't get those videos taken down.
I can't ever have them taken down. I got paid. I signed the contract.
Yeah.
They can call me whoever I want. Sometimes they're changing the name on it. They're like, look at Stephanie. I'm like, yeah, go look at Stephanie. So there's several videos out there that I can't do anything about for the rest of my life. And there's a whole ton that I did remove.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, they're ending up on Reddit. They're ending up in places, these free sharing sites where other people are just pretending to be me and reposting, especially with AI now. It's crazy.
You can't scrub the internet for everything, right? You cannot.
You can't.
Yeah.
And so I got to a place where I was like, I just have to own it.
Yeah.
And so through Borno Bootcamp, I was like, if you are not okay with your face always being attached to sex, don't get into it. It's not worth the $100 you're going to make the first time, the $1,000 you're going to make the 1,000th time. Like, it's just not worth that amount of money if you're not willing to be, publicly shamed for the rest of your life.
Forever. Right. The COVID influx of content and like the people that jumped into making porn at home, like what are they called, mattress actresses? It's like OnlyFans and these things that you can do in your own home and you feel comfortable and you're doing what you want to do, and but you may have jumped into it hastily, especially during a global pandemic, and that's forever, right? Like that's forever. That doesn't go away. I think there's going to be a backlash of a lot of regret.
Going to be a big backlash. So that's one of the things I'm like, we want to fast forward to the end of this conversation. One of the things that I want to do now that I've evaluated my whole life is like, I think there's a place for the TED Talk where the old porn lady comes out and tells you what the actual risks are, because nobody taught me. It was a bunch of girls figuring it out together. And when I came to Hollywood, Nobody's teaching these girls. They're just like, come in, we'll give you $1,000 just to take your top off.
Right.
Nobody's warning them of all the other things that come along with it. And now we have OnlyFans. Like I taught, so I was teaching OnlyFans back in the day to athletes because it was designed for people to make a fan page.
Right.
Then COVID happened, and all these guys, I used to go in the strip club and teach the strippers. I was like, you guys should make a fan page. It's so great. They're like, I could never do that. COVID happened. They all did it.
Yeah.
And they all used my referral code,
Right.
which only lasts for a year. The influx came where there were no rules anymore. So porn
Yeah.
used to be this glamorous thing that nobody could get into unless they were perfect.
Right.
And, all the girls in porn drove these hot cars, and they all had assistants and bag bitches and all sorts of people following them around. Nowadays, anybody who opens an OnlyFans who shows a titty in a kitchen is now a porn star.
Right.
The glamour and the glitz is gone. As long as
Yeah.
we kept it glamorous and taboo and something that you had to seek, it was going to make money.
Right.
It's not going to make money anymore.
Right.
Its time is done. It's not. The girls told me coming into it, you're not going to make money like we used to see. Now I'm telling girls, you're not going to make money like we used to see.
Yeah.
At some point, that money's going to dry all the way up.
Like you're not gonna make any money.
I mean, I hear just anecdotally, like you see news reports of I made $1 million on OnlyFans, and I mean, obviously that's the
There's
the
catches to it.
top. Yeah.
There's rappers who made $1 million their first day because they already had a following.
Yeah.
Right? There's girls who turn 18, but they have a huge YouTube following first.
Yeah.
If you don't have that following, then who are you? You're
Yeah.
just another page online.
Tit in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Just another tit in the kitchen.
Yep.
And so that's why when we did Porn Boot Camp, I was like, this is how you're going to build an audience. This is how you advertise. This is how you keep it away from your friends and family. This is what you should say to your friends and family. I'm like, these are all things I had to learn the hard way.
Right.
And I made Porno Boot Camp so that other people wouldn't learn the hard way.
Yeah.
And I taught them how to build your clip site, how to do your DMCA takedowns, how to do your paperwork so that legally you have this video in your name, not in somebody else's. And the technology is changing so quickly. So there's part of me that's like, yes, do porn because it's fun. Make your own hours, build your own sets, make your own costumes, write your own scripts. Like it's fun being a creative person. If you're not a creative person, it's not an easy job.
Right.
And if you need to be told what to do, then go ahead and work for a studio. But
Yeah.
you're getting one paycheck one time and that's it. They can decide how famous you're going to be or how horrible they're going to post
Yeah.
you. They can post you as like the joke. You can be
Right. They can do whatever they want.
yeah,
with your
you could
likeness,
be
yeah.
belching Betty on a Tuesday, and
Yeah.
that's it for the rest of your life. You
Right.
sold your soul to the devil there.
Like I often think about the 2 girls 1 cup. Like that's
I don't often think about that.
No, I don't often think about it, but as a reference point to like that shit lives forever. No pun
Literally.
intended. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, the internet is forever, man.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like one of the reasons, again, why I wanted to have you on is because of your business approach to this and the fact that you wanted to teach people the pitfalls.
Yeah.
But not just that, also like how to be successful at it. You're not like telling people don't do this. You're not like a cautionary tale. You're like, yeah, man, this
If
is
you
great.
wanna.
But if you do it this way, it
Yeah.
can be really good.
And there's a big part of me too. Like I've been on the other side where people are just like, we can't have you around because so-and-so's wife knows you did porn. And I'm like, what do you think I'm going to do? Like jump on the Thanksgiving turkey and start swinging a leg around? Like,
Yeah.
I know how to be decent. I also know how to be indecent. You're
Yeah.
welcome. Women get faced with like the Madonna whore complex a lot.
Yeah.
Men don't so much.
No.
Right? Like if you were scrutinized for who you were 20 years ago, 10 years ago, right? And that's who you have to be for the rest of your life because that's what the world knows you as, then there's no room for growth. But you're allowed growth. Your whole episode's about growth. I'm not given that same respect.
Like publicly. Yeah,
Like
you're not
literally, they're just like, oh, you made my tilt kilt that one time, so therefore that's who you are in my mind for the rest of my life. You don't get to be a mom. You don't get to go to the grocery store. You can't go to church. Why would you go to church? You can't do charity work. Why would you be giving to somebody unless
Right,
you're giving a
right.
blowjob? Like people have that mindset,
assumptions, yeah.
especially towards women.
Yeah.
And I get it all the time. There was a girl that wanted me kicked out of the gun range. I love to go shooting. As a liberal Canadian, I love to go shooting. But there's a girl who wanted me kicked out of the gun range because I had long nails and I didn't grip the gun like she does. And it ended up being because she was uncomfortable having a porn girl around her husband. That was
Yeah.
the truth of it. It had nothing to do with how I shoot a gun.
the puritanical sort of like facade in this country. Like people fucking love filth, but there's this whole like, oh no, porn is bad. Strip clubs are bad, but everybody fucking does it.
everybody
Everyone
goes.
loves it. So they want to love you and hate you. It's just the nature of
Everybody
the
wants
industry.
a baddie.
Yeah.
It's like an old adage where they're like, oh, everybody wants to fuck a porn star. Nobody wants to marry a porn
Yeah.
star.
But like it goes a step further. It's like you can sit at home and watch porn and then you can go and slam porn stars publicly And that has repercussions. That is damaging to people. But you're at home just indulging and it just drives me nuts.
Well,
the hypocrisy.
is it the interior shame of somebody?
I think so.
Who, like, because, I watched that and I feel ashamed of it, so I'm going to lash out at somebody.
But I think it's because of the puritanical notion of this country is that like, that's, there's like this certain level of like, we have to pretend that we don't want to do these things.
I think men do it a lot too, because listen, there's a lot of celebrities in my DMs.
Yeah.
And they have told me many, many things. They've sent me pictures of many, many things. And they are the same people who are out there every third word being like, pause, no homo. And I'm bruh, I saw the pictures.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I know what you actually want. But you're out there acting like this big tough guy the whole time. I'm like, bro, let's like, how deep down, like when the lights are off under the covers, you fantasize about A, B, and C. But publicly, you're like nearly homophobic, aggressive. Stop. Like, can we just let the smoke and mirrors fade and just be who we are?
Well, we've talked about that a lot on this show. I actually, on this show, I talked completely about my own sexual proclivities and things that I thought I had to keep hidden forever. Yeah, like I like anal play. I like butt stuff. I'm into that. And I think a lot of guys are afraid. Thank you. Yeah, right? It feels fucking good, man. It's that fear. It's like a sickness. Like you're less than. You have like a sickness because of something you enjoy. And then I think that's where this puritanical thing comes from. It's like you can't admit that there's this human nature that just exists with us on a sexual level for fear of being judged. But and then in the porn industry, it's like it's got to be way heavier than. But
do you not notice the same kind of judgments is the same? Like I just watched your weight loss episode. Yeah. The same thing is on weight loss, where people are like, grandpa's judging me. Oh, you turned into a fatty, and they're putting that pressure and that weight onto like 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 9-year-olds. Like, don't be a fatty. Oh, we're putting you on a diet. Slap the food out of your hand, right? But that's the same person who's sitting there with a beer belly.
Yeah,
right.
Like, my grandma was
what you think somebody should be.
Yeah, I remember my grandma, like literally an invalid, like just so overweight, sitting in a chair, calling me a blimp, and then feeding me chocolate pudding and like Orange Crush. It was like the most confusing shit ever.
Yeah.
Tyler, I think one of the best things about this show is connecting. And I feel like we've connected so much, but it's also we have been connecting with our audience.
Indeed.
And we really can't do it without that connection, without the support of our listeners. We would love to invite all of you to become love bugs. If you're listening to this, you might already be a love bug and you just don't know it yet. But you can go to patreon.com/ILYSM pod and join our community. There's free memberships. There's memberships that are very, $5-10 a month.
Yeah, we got tiers.
It's very affordable. We got the $100 ones where you can be like our buddies, Jonathan Newman and Robin and Rigier. Get a shout out on all the episodes. So on Patreon, you're going to get ad-free version of the show. You're going to get my songs of the week.
Tyler's Tuesday Tales,
a lot of other stuff. And we are also in there in the chat. We read the messages. And honestly, we really do need that support to keep the lights on here. So we appreciate anything you guys can do. So if you want to help us out, want to be part of the community, go to patreon.com/ILYSM pod. We love you so much. Thank you, love bugs.
I love you guys. I want to switch gears a little bit to the body stuff you're talking about. Because yes, I've been through it's been a long journey with my body. I'm still on it, like I still don't feel like I totally accept myself. And I feel like as long as I'm a little bit skinnier, like I'm better or something. And I'm trying to lose all that. I know that you've had a long journey with your body and accepting your body, and like you're gorgeous. You have your body is your body, And I feel like being in porn, it must have been like the scrutiny piled on top of your already kind of the programming you'd had about your body. I saw a post that you put where you were very, very, very slim.
Yeah.
And you're like, I was told I was fat back then.
Yeah. Oh, I got fired for being fat all the time.
Man.
Well, also Canada.
Yeah.
Western Canada.
Yeah.
Back in our day.
Yeah.
You had to be stick thin.
Right.
Your ribs, your waist, your hips all had to be the same measurement. And then you could have fake tits. That was
big
acceptable.
fake tits, yeah.
But any kind of curve was unacceptable.
Right.
I had a fully flat pancake ass. And because I had little butt cheeks on the bottom, I was told I had a fat ass.
Right.
I came to California and met black men.
Right.
It turns out I never had a fat ass until I met Dr. Carr. No, wait, Dr. G. I forget which doctor I went to. I went to so many doctors.
Too many doctors.
Too many doctors. No, Dr. G is the specialist for the booty. He's amazing. Rockstar Beauty, Beverly Hills. But he is Sam Mack discount 10%.
Shouts.
But literally, like all of that, what I thought was beautiful was so regionalized. Mm-hmm. And then when I started traveling, like I lived in Thailand for a little while and I traveled across Canada touring as a stripper. And moving, like even working for metal bands on the East Coast, like you learn that you're only told what sexy is by the men in your circle.
Like in your immediate
And like,
vicinity.
the women who are raising you are projecting what they were told onto you.
Right.
Coming to California was the best thing I ever did for my self-esteem. The best thing ever.
Yeah?
It's okay for your thighs to touch.
Yeah.
They like it.
See, we had a very different entry into Hollywood, though. Like,
I can't wait.
was like,
I've only been here for 6 years.
right.
But it's wild though, because I was also like the hottest thing.
Yeah.
And then constantly told every single day, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm shameful every single day. But then also I'm on the billboards, I'm on the posters, I'm the VIP at the clubs, I'm hosting all the events.
Yeah.
But then
What a mind fuck.
the next day, oh, your thighs touched, you're letting yourself go, you're fat, you're lazy, you're ugly, like nonstop. And I'm like, how am I?
How did you deal with that?
Yeah,
How did
Well,
you?
yeah, and even more specifically, like you're being told all this, and I've had my own body issues and how I feel about stuff, and then you're getting naked in front of people
Yeah,
all the time,
and you still
it's like,
push
how do
through
you,
and
you know,
yeah.
that's because like right
Is that
now,
like rebellion?
like, I'm not going to take my shirt off on the show. You know what I mean?
One day. Yes, you will.
So
On Patreon, maybe.
so I had lost 100 pounds.
Yeah.
And then for every time I lost 20 pounds, I gave myself a reward. So I got a nose ring, I got 2 nose rings, I got a tongue ring, I got a belly button ring, I got a clit ring. And then we hit 100 pounds and I was like, I want to take a pole dancing class.
Right.
Because I lost 100 pounds. And I was like, do you know how hard it was to reach that 100 number?
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel good and I want to show off how
This
good
is
I am.
before, what was that?
This
Ozempic
is-
and Wegovy. Yeah. Way before.
Way
yeah.
before.
Yeah.
This is when like fitness competitions still had the bikinis like all the way
Right,
up.
right.
The 80s hair.
Painted gold. Yeah.
So I did a fitness competition and I was in a bikini for the first time and I was like, dang, I want to take a pole dance class. I want to feel sexy. I was never allowed to feel sexy growing up. All throughout high school, I was, the fat girl. I was the biggest cheerleader. I'm on the back row of all the photos. I'm always the big girl, the farm girl, and I was just so sick and tired of it. And then I finally like reached a size where people thought I was acceptable, and I
Right.
was like, oh, I can like this.
Right.
Thank you for giving me permission to like myself.
Fuck that shit, man. I
Right?
hate that. Yeah.
So I take a pole dancing class that night. And of course I have a lot of upper body strength. I was a lifeguard at the time. And so I'm doing these pole tricks I just pick up quickly and easily. And the boss is like, why don't you come work tonight?
Right.
Whatever you make, you can keep.
Right.
Like first day special. And I was like, no, I couldn't. He's like, no, people are going to love you. And I was like, okay. So at that time I had an A cup titty and a D cup titty, but no one knew because I didn't take my top off.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
It's what I have
Just,
pictures.
okay. All right.
So I was getting those little like chicken cutlets from
Right.
the Rose or La Senza and stuffing 3 of them in one side and then wearing my real boob on the other.
That's just the way you develop naturally?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I was just lopsided like crazy.
Yeah.
And so I do my first stripper dance and I'm spinning around on the pole. People are loving it. Money's coming out of like everyone's pockets. Even the owner comes up and throws a bunch of money on stage.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I'm really special. This must only happen to me because every other girl's not having this experience. It's just me. No, it's your first day. That's how they trick you.
Yeah.
But I don't know this.
But that's
I
validating,
think-
man.
So I'm upside down on the pole. I'm hanging on by my thighs. And I decide I'm going to whip my bra off, forgetting that there's 3 chicken cutlets in one side.
Oh
Right.
God. Yeah.
And so I whip my bra off and the crowd's like, yay. And then it gets quiet and all I hear is of this little bra inserts going across the stage. And I was like, ah. And so I became the girl that always wore her hair on the right side to cover the little boob.
Wow.
And so I was always doing this. I make a bunch of money. I get my first boob job.
Yeah.
Super stoked about it.
Yeah.
I'm still like, the big farm girl, right? So I'm snowboarding with the guys, having a great time, snowboarding with Mr. Whistler, having just the best. Hi, Ryan. Having the greatest time ever. I'm doing a rainbow rail. So my board's up at the top. And I look at the guys like, look what I can do. And my toe edge clips. I rake myself with the rail and it pops my implant.
No.
And my implant goes upside down. So the implant, is shaped like a dinner bowl.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's on you, flat side against your
Yeah.
chest, round
Right.
side out.
Yeah.
And so it flipped upwards and
So
it
flat
went all
side
the way
out.
around flat side. It looked like I
And
was-
it popped? Or
so it
just
didn't
moved?
pop. It just popped out of its
Right, right.
socket.
Yeah.
So it's upside down now. So I lean forward. I could flip it around.
Yeah.
And so I'm in extreme pain. I'm coughing up blood, but I don't want the guys to think I'm cool, right?
Fuck,
so
man.
spitting up blood in the snow is kind of dope.
Yeah.
And so I get down to the bottom of the hill, Cypress Bowl, and the guys are going to go eat, and I go to the bathroom, and I look, and I'm like, no. All I did is grab my hands, and I slammed it back down.
Like a dislocated shoulder.
Like a dislocated shoulder. Like
a
the
dislocated implant.
Like, you want to talk
fuck.
about being a baddie? These are
Yeah.
the things we don't tell you about. We tell you
Right.
to get your nails done, how to get your hair done, how to get your butt done. We don't tell you about slamming your implant
Your
back
implant
into
back in.
place.
Yeah, in line.
So I slam it back in. I zip up my jacket. I'm like, hey, guys, you want to go do the Black Diamond? Like, I'm not going to admit that I'm hurt at
Right.
all.
Yeah.
So this is 7 weeks after my first boob job. And so I got to call my doctor and be like, like, is there any kind of like recall on these implants?
Yeah,
Like, what can
yeah.
I do? And he's like, yeah, you have to buy new implants.
Right.
And so I went and I bought a second pair of implants immediately after my first set, which is cool because you always want to go bigger after the first time anyway.
Yeah, sure,
So
sure.
I got my big ones immediately and got the implants changed. Boobs got fixed, and then I became the big boob girl.
Right.
And that was it from that day on.
Yeah.
I've been the big boob girl.
Right. And do you like that? Like, that's like, did you aspire to be the big boob girl? Or does it just happen because of the
Big boobs.
It kind of happened.
no, the accident
of breaking them. Well, because
Yeah.
my goal was like to make them even, and so to make the right boob match the left one, I had to go fairly big to start.
Yeah.
And I didn't have enough money to get like a revision done. I only had enough money for implants. I stripped just enough to get implants and nothing else.
Right.
Like, no recovery, no medicine, nothing.
Yeah.
So I was like, crap, now I gotta buy a second pair of tits. Well, how do you buy a second pair of tits when you've got a broken boob? You go on the road and you put your hair over the broken one.
Right.
And you dance lopsided for 3 more months. So I went to the prairies and danced where the oil rig money is, got enough money for a new boob job, came back, got the second set of tits. And at this point, it was like post Baywatch, like big tits equal big tips. Like you want to make money, you have to have the one thing everybody wants is the big boobs. She with the biggest boobs wins. And so I was like, well, I'm not going to be the best dancer. I'm not going to be the most talented in the room. I'm not the prettiest in the room, but I can have the biggest tits in the room. And that got me on the marquee at every club and got me at Mugs and Jugs.
Yeah.
I was that girl with the big crazy tits.
Yeah.
And they're the same ones to this day. Over a decade, you don't have to get rid of your boobs every 10 years like they used to tell you. That's a joke.
Yeah.
I did have fat grafting done because your body will naturally like just shift to like what it's used to. So like I was always meant to have a smaller right side. Yeah. And so I love how hard you're looking me in the eyes right now.
Oh, I'm just checking.
Yep.
You mentioned fat graft and he's like, what?
The fat grafting was dope because they were able to like take it out of like my stomach and like under my arms.
Yeah.
And then they injected it into the right boob to make them even because my goal was just to have even. I just wanted to have even boobs. I just wanted to be like the girls on TV. I wanted to be like the girls in the magazine. And growing up in small town, right?
BC.
Growing up in the GVRD, like everything you do is based on how you will get a husband. Well, don't do that. A man will never like you. Don't wear that. A man's not going to like you. Oh, if you dye your hair purple, a dude's not going to like you.
Right.
You're taught that every single day. Once again, moving to Hollywood was the best thing for me because you can do whatever you want here.
Yeah.
And someone's going to think it's cool.
Yeah.
And
you can find your group.
There's so many people. If you don't like this group, you can just go to the next one. Can't do that back home.
No, fuck no.
Oh, you can't do that back home. You get ostracized real
I think
fast.
the entire population of Canada is the population of California.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, man. Less than, I think. Yeah. Which is nuts.
So it's really cool being here and being in a place where like you can be accepted, but also like fast forward so many years, decades, that you can be in a place where whatever you're into, there is a group for.
Yeah.
Whatever you like is out there.
So you felt like you found community here, like in a way, and acceptance here. But
because I was the outcast back home. Like I was the it girl.
But that's still the question for me is like, yeah, you're the it girl, but like with the body issues you grew up with and then pushing through and getting like to the it girl status and everything, I'm so curious about the genesis of that. Like, was it because were you seeking validation in that way?
I wanted boys to like me.
You wanted boys to like you.
And then I found out that girls like me, and that was really cool too.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of a win.
Right. Double win, double whammy.
But yeah, like the whole idea was that like learn to cook so men will like you.
Yeah.
Cook certain meals so men will like you.
Right.
Dress a certain way so men like you.
Right.
But don't dress that way because then they won't want to take you home to your mom. Like
Right.
all these pressures are put on you over and over again.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to be pretty.
Yeah.
And it sounds really vain and it sounds really stupid, but like my literal goal was I just want to be pretty. And I think what that really means is I just want to be accepted. And it took a long time to figure out what like mentally I really wanted.
Yeah.
And I just want people to like me.
Yeah.
I spent so much of my like childhood, my high school, people not liking me.
Right.
Like I made a joke the other day that I realized doesn't happen to other people.
Oh shit. Yeah, I do that all the time.
I was like, oh, remember going to the mall with your friends and like they would like hide behind the clothes and ditch you and then you'd wander around until you realize your friends aren't there anymore. And they're like, no, our friends didn't do that.
I didn't have friends like that.
And I was like, what, you didn't get ditched at the mall? Like that was just, oh, that just happened to me. Oh, I was a loser. Right. Got it.
Yeah.
Bug.
Oh man, the acceptance thing though, right? Like same thing for me. I had friends, but I was like the fat guy in the group, and that was my role, you know. And people had to, and became my career. I made a career of being the funny fat guy, but it was like painful. But I loved it at the same time, you know.
And I think that like my porn crew was similar to that. Like I'm the girl with the big boobs, so I'm so cool because I'm so sexual. Yeah. But nobody wants to hear about me rescuing dogs.
Right. The other parts of you that are probably even more.
The parts of you that are truly amazing.
Yeah.
They don't want that.
Right.
It's like if you wanted to do a Shakespearean play, they'd be like, no, go tell a fat joke.
The minimization
fatty.
has begun.
Like, tell me how you ate all the chocolates before giving them to the guy in Japan.
I remember doing shit like so many physical gags on Breaker High, like where every
Breaker High was hard on you.
The punchline to every joke for like 15 years of my career was that I was fat.
Yeah.
And we don't need to get into that much again, but that feeling of like I was in control of it. I felt like I had a thing.
Yeah.
That it caused me a lot of pain, but I was running the show at that point. I was like, if I get out in front of it, it's like the Fat Amy thing from Pitch Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, I've watched Pitch Perfect.
Yeah.
If you can call it out first, right? I can distract you. I can keep you looking over here while the real me is kind of
I do that constantly.
withering.
Still to this day, I do that constantly. Like all my comedy routines are like, even talking about like this as seriously as I talk about like the porn career and like how I've shifted and what the pros and the woes are of it all. I still make jokes where I'll be like, well, once you suck 1,600 dicks on the internet, no one's ever going to forgive you. But I'm like, it wasn't 1,600.
Right.
1742. But I can't stop it. I can't stop it
Yeah.
because the slutty joke is what makes me funny. It's what makes me likable.
Yeah.
And then people go, oh, it's okay that she has big boobs. She's funny.
Right.
I can't
Like, you had
come
to earn
forward the other
acceptance.
way.
Yeah.
Like if I
No,
just
I know,
came
you have to,
forward
like-
just being vocal and just being funny, people are like, oh, just another girl talking.
Right.
And then they're like, oh, she's got boobs. She's interesting now.
Yeah, fuck, right? That feeling of like having to earn being seen.
Like I have, once again, thank you for your allowing me to accept myself. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
waiting for your acceptance over and over
Yeah.
again. I'm like, oh, how do I get out of this cycle?
But do you think that's an entertainment thing, or is that
Yeah.
like I mean, that
do.
just exists in the entertainment. Like, if you were just like not in entertainment, do you think? I mean, I don't know. How would it exist?
How do you think of not being in entertainment?
Yeah.
How do I think of a world like that?
Yeah,
No,
that's
I
funny.
think I always, like with my first boyfriend, I thought I was going to marry him, have 6 kids, move to Saskatchewan, have 3 dogs, a couple acres. Like I thought that's where my life was supposed to be because that's kind of what I came from. And that was the goal that was set in my mind by the people who came before me. You know, get married, have kids. That is success. A man wants you, you're successful. It wasn't until I got into entertainment where I was like, oh, I can make my own paycheck. Wait, I don't have to wait for a man to allow me to get dressed up to go out on a Friday night because he's taking me. I can take my own ass out. What? Like so much freedom came with it. But with that freedom also comes people making fun of you constantly. Like you are now the butt of everybody's jokes.
Where do you put that? Where do you put the ridicule and the internet's so fucking harsh, right? Like people say they feel free to say the worst things ever, especially about bodies, right?
Oh, I have a confession.
Okay. Oh, here's second confess, double dipping. I love it.
So this is how I deal with it.
Okay.
I have made a very private folder on Facebook called Fan Mail or Man Fail. And I screenshot every single message before I delete it.
You do it.
Every single one, full names, full information.
Oh,
And I
shit.
post it there for, I mean, I've been on Facebook in how many years?
Right, yeah.
But for all my friends and family, all the people from Abbey Senior and Yale High School, they can all read these messages that people send me because they're the people who know me. They know my heart.
But you're not sharing this on your public platforms.
No,
Yeah.
No, this is just me being like, wow, men are disgusting again. Wow, who raised this one? And I'm just so foul back to them. And in the comments, my mom gets in there on it. And she's like, who raised this one? Like, we just go nuts on these men. And it's probably about 20 of my like closest friends from back home. And we just shit on them right back.
So you're not
then
just storing it. You're not like compartmentalizing it. You're like putting it in an actual physical place.
Yeah, it's
and
kind
then,
of like writing it down
pouncing
and
on
burning it.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, you know what? You get put in the album, bro.
That's fucking cool.
And then
man.
I kind of am like, oh yeah, that's where the losers go. The losers are in that album. I think it's the only thing that keeps me sane.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I would love to think that would work for me. You know, if I could just put it somewhere. But I feel like it's so ingrained in me to take. Like everyone has to like me, you know, and I know that's not true. Like if everyone likes you, you're doing something wrong. You know? But I'm like, it's so ingrained in me that like if someone says something negative about me that's a little too close to home or personal on the internet, I stew about it for weeks. Like it ruins me in a way. And I don't know. I don't know if I had a folder and I put it in there. I don't know if that would like.
Learning to let go was one of the coolest things. And I was thinking about that coming over here today because I was like, oh man, I should wear a hoodie and some jeans and dress like, you know, I'm going to church on Sunday. And then I was like, no, like I'm going to be an asshole for a second. I'm so sorry.
Be an asshole, man.
Listen, I saw the podcast. It's not getting a ton of views and I want you to get views. I know if I sit here with my little sheer top on, somebody else is going to click on it,
We
right?
appreciate it. Thank you. Still hard eye contact.
What kind of a dick move. But then also too, I was like, no, I chose the path of being a baddie. Like I regularly wear leather pants. I'm gonna wear leather pants. I have the cute Jordans on. I'm gonna wear the cute Jordans. Like we're gonna be this girl.
Yeah.
And then I looked in the monitor and I was like, oh, I look terrible from this angle. And I know that every time I genuinely laugh, I do this. And this face ain't cute, right? And people want to see like the jawline and the big lips and the ooh, right? But genuinely, if I'm having a good time with you, you're getting the.
But for me, that's what I like. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
human.
I want you to
sell
be a
human
real.
on the internet.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe that's why
sell-
we're not salacious
we have to
enough.
sell angles
Yeah.
and perch ourselves up and like you doing like the comfortable man thing. I saw you did a whole episode where you're sitting.
I
like
know.
This, right
Well,
to the
that's why I'm
camera,
sitting like this now because
and you're
people
like,
said.
bruh.
Everyone calls you out. for
I
how
had
you
like a
sit.
lot of people saying like, "Who the fuck sits like that?" And I was like, "Oh my
I
god!"
was gonna
And
make a
now I'm like,
comment,
"This
too.
isn't comfortable for
I
me."
was
By
like,
the
no,
way,
I like you sitting at the gyno because you know what? It's freaking comfortable.
this is not comfortable. This
No,
is
it's
very
not.
uncomfortable. I've got a cramp in my groin,
If you in the beginning, I was like, I'm gonna sit like this,
like holding it together.
I'm gonna sit
Yeah.
like this, and then I was like,
I saw that.
I was like-
I saw you choosing.
and I'm like, I'm gonna sit forward. I put the pillow beside me because I don't want to
Yeah.
like lean, and then I was like,
just
man.
sit the fuck down, right? Like, why can't we just sit the fuck
not
down?
giving a damn. You know what? If
We
you
already got
want-
the shots. You can. Lean
If you
back
want me
now.
to be perfect, go pay the $15 a month to see it.
Right, right, yeah.
And I have to say this: you're doing the pillow thing.
Well, we got that pillow.
Well, yeah, it's these are our what are they
these
called?
your
They're our
insecurity
comfort
pillows?
pillows.
Comfort pillows.
Yeah,
Comfort
and-
pillows.
because we were like, both of us love to
This is
have.
what fat girls do.
That's what fat
Yeah,
guys
that's what
do
fat
too.
guys do.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
We actually bought it because we thought some guests might like it as a form of like comfort.
Yes.
But then we realized very quickly that
happens?
we both like it.
What happens if you don't hug the pillow?
Well, no,
Like, cause look at you. See, now you're trying to sit up. Don't sit up. Just be comfy.
it's
Be
fine.
comfortable.
Yeah.
See, you got the nicest shirt on today. You're trying to hide
do
it
have
with
a nice shirt on.
this dingy old black pillow. Come on.
Oh, all right.
I mean,
Come
this
on.
beautifully designed,
Yeah, it's very-
custom
yeah.
custom pillow.
Yeah, these 5,000.
No, look
I
at you.
couldn't-
You
I
got the
couldn't
red
use-
shoes, the
yeah.
green socks, the blue shirt with a little bit of yellow in the flowers. Like, you look good. You did this on purpose. You gonna hide behind a pillow? Why?
Who are you?
The power of not
You did
giving
do
a
it on
fuck.
purpose.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's the
thank
thing. It's like
you.
the power of not giving a fuck. 'Cause I looked in the monitor and I was like, oh, these silver sleeves I thought would be a pop of color. And I'm like, oh, it just frames giant tits
Yeah.
and I'm all falling forward. I look great standing up and lying down, guys. But sitting is not my best.
Well, yeah, but
This
you
is
just
why I'm wearing
feel-
all black.
Right?
Constantly wear all
Because
black.
it's
I'm like,
slimming.
just hide it all.
You know, but you feel your shirt bunching up a little bit, and you feel like, oh no, I'm gonna. Look
Oh my God,
fat
you're
on the- on the-
human.
Yeah.
Well, we both had big moments on the show where we're like, oh fuck that. I didn't realize I looked like that from
Yeah,
that
exactly.
angle.
The art of
Yeah.
not giving a fuck is so
Yeah.
amazing.
Do you think
And
you've mastered it?
Well, yeah,
I've
it's
mastered
fine.
it because I've had such extreme confidence. I say I have opposite body dysmorphia.
Right. Oh,
Because
you're like,
I have such extreme confidence that people are always like, oh my God, look at you. I would never have the confidence to wear that.
Yeah.
And I used to think that was such an insult, but I was like, man, it sucks to be you. Because I can wear this at 130 pounds. I can wear it at 230 pounds. And I
right.
still feel
You
like
still
a baddie.
feel hot as shit. Now, okay, that also leads me to you're fit as shit, right? Like you work out. Well, I've seen through the years, like
I go up and down. I
But
go
you're
up
one
and
of the
down.
reasons why I initially felt okay posting
Really?
fitness things on the internet.
I love this.
Yeah, like when I was doing Deadbeat, when you and I were in contact quite a
Yeah.
bit during that. You were doing that a lot. You were putting a lot of fitness
Yeah.
shit on the internet, and I was like, God damn, that looks rad.
That was
And-
right before I came here. It was pre-COVID.
right.
And I was determined to lose 100 pounds again because I had
Right,
like gone
right.
up. I had gone down. Do you want to get into that whole?
Well, I want to know, like,
Do you want to get into it?
I mean, we can talk. I'd like to talk about
Sure.
how this supreme confidence, like, if it juxtaposes with that feeling of needing to lose weight and like gain strength, and like, if you're saying you can feel confident any which way,
So every time I gained weight, I didn't know I was gaining weight.
right? Okay.
Because I have blinders on.
Right,
I have blinders
right.
on. People tell me I'm sexy all the time.
Right.
And I choose to believe those people. People
Yeah.
also tell me I'm ugly all the time. I choose not to believe them.
Right.
Because I have
So the
freedom
weight
of
doesn't
choice.
have a bearing to you on
I
how
notice
sexy you
it
feel.
when I notice it when my clothes don't fit anymore.
Right.
I notice when my hips start hurting and my knees start hurting.
Yeah.
That's my body going, yo,
Yeah.
time to lay off the McDonald's.
Right. Yeah.
I had gotten really, really big, so we can go. Let's dig in. So I had lost a ton of weight, and I was at my best shape, right? And I was getting into the wrestling scene, and
Right, I remember that,
I was
yeah.
being amazing, and then I surprise got knocked up,
Oh.
and I was pregnant for 25 weeks. We had a surprise delivery, and my son died 3 hours after being born.
Right.
And at that point, like I was in the best shape of my life, and then I got pregnant, which does crazy things to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I still have veins in my legs that will like bulge out when it's about to rain,
Right.
Because you get fat veins when you're pregnant because all this blood's pumping through your body. And
Yeah.
like to this day, I'm still like, get back in there.
Right.
I will have them lasered out because I am that vain. I sunk into this wild depression. There's something about losing a kid that it takes a whole part of your soul away.
Yeah.
And people are always like, oh, part of me died that day. And I'm like, oh, like, you know, like move on with life. Let's go. I was
Yeah.
very non-sympathetic for a long time.
Yeah.
And then it happened to me. And I was getting sued at the time because
Wow.
I was public, and I was public about like what was going on in my life. And then somebody that I mentioned in it was like, that's defamation. And I got sued for defamation. And meanwhile, I was getting sued for finishing a movie, and like all this crazy stuff was happening at once. And I was supposed to be in court like the next day, and I was sitting in bed with like my big 3-ring binder, going through all my evidence, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, something's wrong. Something happened. And I get up and I go to the bathroom, blood everywhere. And I'm like, oh no. Didn't know I was in labor. I walk to the hospital.
Oh shit.
And I'm still like fully not admitting something's wrong. I'm just like, oh, I feel so good. I'm like doing like knee lifts because I'm just trying to get comfortable. Like something's wrong. I had no idea the kid was crowning. I didn't bend over and look.
It was too early.
It was way too early.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was just like this like crazy, like hours turned into minutes so fast. And nobody told me I was allowed to push. And then they're like, oh, I guess baby doesn't want to come right now. Because they said, you have to do this now. And I was like, okay, like just, I'll follow instructions. Tell me what to do. And they're like, okay, whenever you're ready. I'm like, ready for what?
Yeah.
Oh, and she's like, well, you can push. I'm like, I can? Yeah. Done. 2 pushes out.
Right.
So thank God for easy labor.
Right.
But yeah, and then they were like, legally by law, you've given birth too early and we can't do anything about this. You can hold your kid until he stops breathing, or you can give him to us and we'll put him in the cooler.
What?
That was it. No incubators, nothing.
Because it was
the amount of days that they had him measured at was too early for medical intervention.
So you chose to.
So he was at 25 weeks, and so I just held him until I believed that he wasn't alive anymore, and I have no idea where he was or not.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was insane. So it was like a traumatizing event.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, one of the porn producers is calling me being like, yo, I need 13 dresses. I need you to get 14 models to this set on Thursday. And I'm like, can I deal with this tomorrow, please?
Yeah. Can you just give me a sec?
And he's like, no, just answer me right now. And I'm like, I'm in the hospital. He's like, I know, but you got time. And I was like, the fuck, Brian? Yeah. So that was crazy. Like, so just like things are coming at me from like the entertainment world just doesn't stop. They don't care that you just gave birth. No, nobody cares.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, time to get back to work. What do I do? And I realized how broken I was, but I was also the person in control because everyone around me wasn't in control.
Right.
Like the baby daddy is freaking out in his own way. The what's it called? The social worker came in for me to sign the papers.
Yeah, the hospital.
She starts crying, and I was like, "Why are you crying? You're supposed to be the strong one for me, so I can cry." I'm like, "Okay," and I'm like, "Listen, I understand medically this, that, and the other, and I understand signs of life, and I was a lifeguard for a long time, so I got a pretty good grasp on breathing. Yeah. I'm just gonna hang on to him." She's like, "Do you want pictures?" I'm like, "Nope, don't need pictures."
Would you want pictures?
I'm like, I got like my initial photo when I believe he was still alive, but I'm like, I don't need to do a photo shoot with his body. Like I'm cool there. Yeah. I don't need that. And so that was a really it was a traumatic experience, but I didn't understand because I was being strong for everyone.
You had to scoop it all up and like put it away.
Yeah. And so my parents whipped into town. My dad sped on the highway for the first time in his life. And like they were there, and it was just like this really intense moment. And then you leave the hospital, you leave the maternity ward without a baby is wild.
Right. Oh, fuck. Yeah.
And so I put on Facebook and I was like, yo, this just happened. Like, I will never forgive this man who's suing me for causing me so much stress that I went into labor. He's the one that murdered my child.
Right.
And I said, he's the one who murdered my child. And then he went, that's defamation. He sued me.
Right.
So the cops call me. I just left the hospital. The police follow me. They find me at an oil change place.
Right.
On Main Street. And
I think I know the one. Yeah.
The one.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting an oil change to drive out. The cops stop me. And they say, yo, this guy says you have the keys to his house. He says your fans are going to go kill him. Like all this kind of stuff. We end up in court for months. $30,000 later, I finally quit. I just go, okay, fine, you're right. You're the greatest director that ever existed. You're the most amazing man in the world. You've done no wrong. I'm just a big idiot. Sign my name on the dotted line. I'm not giving you any more money.
Right.
Fuck it. And I kind of realized at that point, like there's the art of not giving a fuck. Like I thought I had to defend myself. I thought I had to prove that I was right because I was. Yeah. And I was like, this is too much for me to carry. I'm choosing to not give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's kind of where my beginning of not giving a fuck started.
Right.
Was something so big and heavy and traumatic.
Like truly not giving a fuck.
And then when like you go out and like you got a muffin top over your jeans, I'm going to choose to not give a fuck because I'm going out with my friends. My friends matter.
Right.
I'm going to choose to not give a fuck if my shoes are a little scuffed up because I'm hanging out with people who matter to me and I can buy new shoes. I can't buy new friends.
Right. There's bigger
not
things.
Real ones.
Yeah.
The art of not giving a fuck came out of trauma.
Yeah.
And the trauma extended because I didn't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Nobody around me knew how to deal with it. Everybody was sorry for me. I don't know what that does anybody any good. Fans were sending me gifts, baby blankets that they had made and picture frames. And like I had a second apartment full of baby gifts. And I didn't know what to do with them. I gave them away to people who had babies. It had my kid's name on it, but I'm like, we named him Rebel. So I'm like, it's a cool word. Just have the Rebel blanket. And I just gave everything away. I wanted nothing to do with it. And I didn't want to be around kids. I would go to wrestling shows and see people with like little baby buggies. And I'd be like, why were you chosen to be a mom? Why did you get to have kids?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what, you think you're better than me? Like, you get to raise a kid? Like, I see you drinking in your car while you're driving with your kids. Fuck you. Like, I was angry. Like, I was the ugliest person I've ever been because I was so jealous of everybody who had families.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I can't be around kids. Kids make me cry. Can't do it. Stop going to wrestling events. Stop going out. And then I was like, okay, I need to still function. What am I going to do? I'm going to go work in porn. There's no kids in porn. Well, it shouldn't be.
Right.
That's a whole nother.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm going to busy myself with work because I am good at this. I can direct, I can produce, I can do set deck. I am going to be the porn girl because no one can bring their kids to work. They're not supposed to talk about their kids here. Like, we're really, really strict on that. Like, I see a lot of comedians making jokes about, like, when I was a teenager, no, we didn't do anything before 18.
Right.
And you very hard to find
didn't exist before
like
18. Yeah.
a porn star who's worked for big companies. You're very hard for them to ever say anything before 18 because we legally know we can't.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't. And we also don't want to project those fantasies in our fans. You only want to think of me hot from 18 on. You don't want to think of me hot any before that.
Right.
I won't post young photos. Like, there's a bunch of things I keep very, very sheltered.
Yeah.
Just because I know how dangerous the industry can be.
Right.
So I loved that I had this job where I could avoid kids. And so that's where Porno Boot Camp came from. I started training other girls and guys. I started building people's websites for them. I taught them how to like do all the back end business side of things. And I was like, yo, you can be successful here. You can make your own hours. You can choose who you work with, what you do with your body, why you do it. Like, you don't want to do straight stuff. You don't want to do gay stuff. You don't want to do this. I was so into it. And my partner was a gym addict. He loved going to the gym. In order for him to have time to go do those things, I was working more. And so I would work like basically all night while he slept. I would work on the computer the whole time, building all these sites, doing all the set deck, buying other apartments that we can turn into studios. I was doing all that and then just getting like fast food over and over and over again. And so that 100 pounds I lost came right back. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh crap, I look more pregnant now than I did when I was pregnant. Crap, what do I do? And I was just like, I'm gonna cut my stomach off. I always wanted a tummy tuck, let's get one.
Oh yeah.
And then I don't know, it was after I gave birth because it was earlier what it was, they inject you with this delightful hormone that makes your body still believe it's pregnant. And so my abs started separating this way. And my doctor was like, yo, if you're in a car and the airbag goes off, there's nothing protecting your internal organs.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so I need to get a tummy tuck? They can save my abs back together? He's like, yeah. I'm like, let's go. Here's my excuse. Now, because for so long, like, it's shameful to get lipo. It's shameful to get your boobs done. You never admit to getting plastic surgery, not in the 90s or the early 2000s. Like, you need an excuse to get it done. So that was my excuse. I finally had my golden ticket to get the body I wanted. And so I went and I had a full tummy tuck done, my abs stapled back together, the whole works. But when you wake up with like fake abs every day, you don't realize that you're gaining weight in your back and you're gaining weight in your hips and you're gaining weight in your face. And so I keep looking in the mirror going, oh, great tits, tiny waist, she's beautiful. Not realizing that the fat's just been allocated to other locations. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh crap, now my hips hurt again, now my knees hurt again. Oh shoot, I got fat again. And so the last AVN Awards I went to, I wore long gowns because I was wearing knee braces because my knees hurt so bad. Because I was about 235 pounds.
Okay.
My body wasn't keeping up anymore.
Yeah.
So that's when I started working out like crazy and posting fitness stuff every day. And that's the same time you started posting.
Yeah. I was up around 300, man. It was not comfortable.
Yeah, my heaviest I think was 265.
Right.
Was my heaviest.
It feels shitty. Your body just goes like, hey man.
You get like weird acne and rashes and like your body
just was depressed.
Your hair
man.
gets thin and you're sweaty and like it's not cool. And so I was just like, it's time to get my life back. It's time to actually deal with the trauma that I've been hiding and like it's time for me to stop bringing myself in work.
Yeah. Like, do you think all of that was triggered by the death of Rebel? Like, it sounds like it was the catalyst.
I think it was kind of like the last straw kind of thing, right? So like I went into this depression, I went to work really hard, I gained a bunch of weight, and then I was like, oh wow, I was working so hard to keep myself away from like families and babies that I've now turned myself into something I don't want to be.
Right.
And so I started working out again, and I started being like, okay, no, I'm going to run a business, and I'm going to be awesome, and I'm going to do a fitness competition. COVID took that away.
Right.
It was kind of life shattering at the same time, but it got me to a place where I was like, okay, I'm going to be strong again. Okay. And then I was like actively like, okay, I'm going to go do a charity. There's going to be kids here. I don't do the kid sections. To this day, I don't do the kid sections, but I can be around the kids now.
Yeah.
And then I was doing a bunch of motorcycle stuff, and then, motorcycle guys start to have babies. And so all of a sudden there's babies around, and we were at one day, this girl's like, I gotta go perform. Can someone hold my kid? And it's this 1-year-old. And I was like, I can do it.
Yeah.
It's been 9 years. I can do it. And I held the baby and I'm like, oh, you're going to cry. I'm going to cry. And then I was like,
needed to
I was like, it's
cry, man.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're just a baby. I'm not going to break you.
Yeah.
She was farting in my hand the whole time. I thought she was pooping on me. She wasn't.
Yeah.
And
Even if
like,
she was.
And I was just like, okay, we can do this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not breaking her. I gave her back. She's still alive.
Yeah.
The part that I forgot was I also, through like wrestling, I was working with a lot of Ronald McDonald children. So kids who had cancer,
The
kids
Ronald
who were
McDonald
dying.
Yeah.
And I spoke at a bunch of their funerals because I was like the funny girl dressed up as Batman, princess.
Right.
At that point, the last 3 children I'd spoken to had died. And I kind of felt like I was the Grim Reaper. Like I'm the reason these kids are dying.
Like you're the harbinger
And
of
I
death,
know that was wrong. And I know that that was just a crazy thing that I hid behind. But I was like, if I touch your child might die. Because the last 3
holy shit,
that
man.
I touched and talked to died.
You're carrying a lot of
Heavy.
grief,
Did you
man.
go to therapy too?
No.
After all this?
Why would I go to therapy? That's for weak people.
No,
I'm a man.
But then the reason. Sorry,
Yeah, no, but you didn't go to therapy. But then it feels like though you have processed a lot of this stuff, and you've been able to get yourself to a place that a lot of people need therapy to get to.
I think one of the biggest blessings was I have a friend called John Halcyon, and he runs a program called Hug Nation, and it's just a YouTube channel. Not a lot of followers, but I've been following him since like back in the Mugs and Jugs days. I used to go upstairs to my changing room and like watch a Hug Nation episode. He has a concept called Crapper Cone, and he's like, you can have an ice cream cone in one hand and be walking down the street and step in some dog shit. Is your whole day ruined because you stepped in dog shit, or are you just gonna wipe it off and keep enjoying that ice cream cone?
Right.
And he just has a lot of stories like that.
Yeah.
He has a big saying for like his first like season of Hug Nation was love more and fear less, and I got tattooed on my knuckles.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like being fearless, isn't it? It's like fearless.
Less. Yeah.
Like when you're in a room and you think everybody's better than you and nobody wants to talk to you, stop being afraid.
Yeah.
Go sit in the room and talk to people.
Right.
Fear less.
Right.
And I was like, wow, like this is the stuff I need. And so
Right.
I didn't go to therapy, but I sought out people who went to therapy and had good things to say.
Right.
So hearing their stories helped me out, but going to actual therapy didn't happen until I came to California.
It's pretty hip here.
It's cool
Yeah.
here to go to therapy. People, BetterHelp.com is
If you
sponsoring
don't have a
everybody.
therapist, people are like, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah. Who's your
But
therapist?
Can I ask you this though? This is what I thought was really engaging on a lot of levels is when you put a live story about losing your baby on Instagram, I think, or maybe it was Facebook. And you even said, you're like, I don't do this. You know, you told the whole story about not being able to be around kids, and you were very emotional.
Yeah.
And it was like totally breaking that fourth wall, the illusion that I know you have talked about needing to keep up in your industry.
Yeah.
But that must have been therapeutic and really brave of you to do, honestly, like to go publicly and say these things.
And what's wild is that's where I got most of my fans from.
Right.
Not just that, but also
Yeah.
like the weight loss. Like when I'm being real and I'm talking about how I feel and like what I'm going through, people relate to me and they take me off that pedestal and then they kind of hold me like a treasure all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And those are the people who are following every day. And those are the people that are supporting the charities I work for and backing me up. Like those are the people who have my back started off as fans who are like, oh, she got some nice jugglies.
Yeah.
But they're like, oh man, she knows how I feel.
I
Oh,
kept
she
saying to
gets
these guys, I
it.
was like, wait till you meet her. Like, she's not what you think, you know, and that you're a very well-rounded, no pun intended, person. You're a very deep human being, I think, and you have a lot.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. Yeah. And just surprising.
But I think a lot of entertainment
Real
people feel
depth.
the same way, right?
Yeah.
Like you've been to Comic-Con, you've signed autographs.
Yeah.
You are that character to people.
For sure.
Right? Like I'm like, oh my God, it's Jimmy.
Yeah.
You're not.
No, and I don't keep that illusion up anymore, but I did, man, for a long
But you
time.
feel like you have to
Yeah.
make people like you, right?
Yeah.
You feel like you have to look a certain way to make people like you. You think you have to be a certain person. That's why I always lead with boob jokes because it breaks the ice of somebody else feeling awkward if I make the joke first.
Right.
And so I'm always that girl until I'm in a safe place where I can break down
Yeah.
and be human again.
I want to lose that responsibility in life, you know, the feeling of like entertaining a room or being like, I have to lead with the self-deprecating, or I have to like, you know, like where did that responsibility come? Reed, you're like that too. You're an entertainer. You talk, you spin a yarn, you make people laugh.
Yeah.
It's a job in a way, right? It's like a thing that we carry as some sort of
I feel like
responsibility.
I mean, even on
sometimes,
my, I mean, I don't have it like you, but yeah, I feel like I got to be on if I'm out. You know, not that I'm a public figure, but you know, it does. But I think in my friend groups and everything else is like I'm the, you know, not the life of the party,
but that's
the
a
funny
responsibility,
guy.
right? Like,
Yeah.
it feels a little bit like a trap sometimes. Like but I think we set it for ourselves, right? Like the like leading with the boob joke or whatever is a choice, right?
Yeah.
Because it makes it easier for other people.
Because I think the people who actually know me will send me the most corny dad jokes.
Right.
because they know that like I'm that corny girl at heart.
Right.
Like, think about it. Like, I mean, you get messages from like randoms, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
And it's always, you know, oh, you look so good. Or,
Yeah.
Or I think you're amazing.
Yeah, you're doing great. Keep going.
Right. But a lot of times it's like about like what they see, never about what they know. Because we hide who we are. We don't let people know us because it's been dangerous, especially in the 90s. It was dangerous to go to therapy. It was uncalled for.
Yeah.
You're not a man, right?
You're definitely ostracized.
We're in a whole different world now. And so letting people know you is really the win. And like I do a lot of Instagram and promoting for other people and help with businesses and restaurants, all that kind of stuff. Did you know I work as Mrs. Claus?
No.
Yeah, I'm Mrs. Claus.
This is Mrs. Claus, everybody. Right
it's
here.
a whole nother thing.
In studio. Yeah.
But I created another character to volunteer as Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
And we do the Angel Tree Project. We do Operation Santa Claus. But I use my popularity online to convince people with money and companies to give me gifts so I can give them to
You're using your platform.
foster kids or whatever. And people are like, oh, well, they're only doing that because you have big boobs. I'm like, I think I found my superpower and I know how to use it for good.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what it came down to.
It's true. Finding the thing.
Because you are always going to be an entertainer. You are always going to be that person who is like an image in somebody else's mind who isn't who you are.
Yeah.
But like, I kind of feel like we kind of owe it to people to like give them that little spark before we break down the wall and be like, yo, I'm human. I feel like crap some days.
Well, but I feel like it goes back. I was kind of struck when you were saying it's like, oh, hey, you know, like, oh, I can't wait for everyone to meet Sam. She's not like you think she's going to be. Why do we have to put onto people who work in adult film or whatever that's what they are? And that because they do that, they're not someone who's engaging. They're not someone that is, you know, well-spoken or well thought. You know, it's like I want to get to a place where we don't automatically assume that. And I think I've been guilty of it too. I'm not trying to call you out on that.
Yeah, I wasn't.
You know,
it's not like I'm pointing a finger at you guys like, hey, but it is what it is. Like people make assumptions, you know.
Like you want to dehumanize somebody who turns you on. I think that's kind of
objectify. Yeah.
Is it primal? Like I don't know what it is. Like if somebody is the Madonna whore complex, like you make me feel sexy, therefore I don't ever want to see you. I think men get put this. I don't want to see you cry. I don't want to see you be weak. I only want you to be the Hercules in my fantasy.
Right.
And I think that historically we put that pressure on men, right?
Sure.
Don't cry. Don't be weak. Like don't don't do the womanly things. Don't cook. Don't clean. Just
bottle
lift
it up,
me
man.
up and be beefy and strong. But then also be like that Hercules in my fantasies.
Yeah.
But the reality is that it's all just a character that we play. And we play many characters throughout our lives. Like you get to be a dad, you get to be an actor, but you also get to be the real guy talking about therapy on a podcast show. You get to be the person who gets frustrated in a grocery store. You can't show these things to all the audiences.
Yeah.
Not all of your characters are for all the shows.
It's interesting. Like I have found that my superpower, if we're going to call it that, is my vulnerability and my honesty. But it really is. Like people have commented throughout my life, like, wow, you're so open. And then, like I said, I feel like sometimes that's a bit of an act too. Like I'm like showing you everything, but giving you nothing, you know. But as I've gotten more honest and more truthful, like, not that I'm doing it to get attention, I find that the real relationships and the real sort of admiration, usually mutual, begins there, like with this vulnerability and this openness. And it's starting to feel like that's my obligation. That's my true self. It's like, go and just be.
In a way, it's all of our superpowers, right? Because that's also yours. You said, oh, when it's, you know, oh, your superpowers, you have the boobs and you're using it. But it's like, it's what Tyler went back to. It's like, and then you confirmed it, is like, when you are vulnerable, that is when actually you connect with people.
Right.
You're opening the door with your boobs.
Right.
Yes.
Then you're walking through with your
They have their own area code. They open the door first.
Yeah.
But no, there's more boob jokes.
Yeah. Sorry. yeah. I'm just jumping on board. It's your brand. It's on brand.
But the thing is, like, at the end of the day, like, if we can laugh at ourselves, then people can't laugh at us and mock us.
Right.
I'm already laughing at myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, what are you going to say that hurts me?
Yeah.
Like in the shadows, I've already said all the things that can hurt me.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing you can pile onto it. And if I care what you think, then I don't love myself enough to put myself first. Right? If I'm worried, you don't think my wig looks good today? Oh my gosh, why does your opinion matter? I know how I look like when I left the house. I'm all right. But when you give that, like, those weaknesses to other people, it's because you don't love yourself enough to put yourself first. Put yourself first.
Yeah.
Be that bitch.
Right.
Like,
I'm gonna be that bitch.
be that bitch. Put
We should
yourself
name
first.
this episode "Be That Bitch."
Yeah,
Okay, guys.
I think that's
Yeah.
and that's the perfect place to end it.
That's what be that. Everybody be that bitch.
You wrapped
Whatever
it up
bitch you are.
perfectly.
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you have anything to plug really quick?
Oh gosh,
Just follow you on Instagram.
Another pun there.
I missed it. That one went right over my head. I've heard it so often. Every Wednesday, I'm in Long Beach with Local Hearts, giving groceries out to people in need. So you guys can join us, localhearts.org, I believe. And then the first Saturday of every month, I do a charity called First Saturdays. It takes place on the first Saturday of every month. It's called First Saturdays. And it is at the Lutheran Church on 3rd Street in San Diego. And we just give to the homeless community. There's a big veteran homeless community out there. And that's really what broke my heart and like suctioned me into it, is people who are struggling because like they fought for this country. Like they put themselves in like what I think is like the worst, hardest job in the world. And they're in wheelchairs. They're forgotten about. Like they're in a wheelchair in the rain asking for a warm sweater.
Yeah.
People come to us. We need men's clothing. We really need men's clothing. If you guys have men's clothing that you're not going to wear again, please put it in a bag. I will come pick it up. Like
done.
I need men's clothing so badly. Shoes, belts, hats, jackets, whatever. We have so many men that we have to turn away because we just run out. Men don't like to donate.
I'll gladly give you clothes. I have lots.
Yes, I want your clothes.
Yeah. Okay. In bags.
In bags.
Yeah.
I get it.
Your clothing would look great on the donation table.
All right.
I do a ton of charities. I am anytime the Snoop Dogg organization does something, I'm on the Team Snoop.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So we did the wildfires, which thankfully we don't have to deal with anymore.
Yeah.
We do back to school programs for kids. Anytime there's a need in the community, Snoop and his team hop on it, and then I'm on the Snoop volunteer team. So
That's
it ends
awesome.
up in my phone real fast. So if you see anything at the Snoop Dogg clothing, or what's it called? Snoopy's clothing is on Instagram. Whatever we advertise on there, I'm usually in the back room organizing it. So we need help. The world needs help. There's a lot of people out here.
Thank you for being one to actually get out there and help. You know, that's.
You know what we say? It takes us to save us.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna come rescue us ourselves.
Right.
We can't wait for the government. We can't wait for your mommy to do it. Like we need to like boots on the ground, get our hands dirty, and do it ourselves.
I like that. It takes us to save us.
Well, and thank you to, of course, everyone on everyone watching, listening, especially our Patreon. We could not do this without you all.
Love Bugs. Special shout out to Jonathan Newman.
Yeah, thank you, Love Bugs.
Newsom?
Newman.
Jonathan. Special shout out to Jonathan Newman, our top tier love bug.
Yeah. And thank you, Tyler.
Thank you, Reed.
Good to be back in the
microphone. And Sam, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for letting me talk. Thanks for this therapy session, guys.
It's not free. You do have to pay on the way out, but yeah.
Expected.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll send you a super bill.
We love you all so much. Thank you so much.
Love you guys.